I want to introduce my guest here tonight, and Stacey Pryce.
Hey, what's up?
Stacey, it's great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
You're one talented woman that
thank you.
am taking a comedy class with right here, and we just
Yes.
met a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, I've done a lot of research on you, and you said you do podcasts, and I'm doing podcasts, and looking you up on the internet, I found Price on Purpose. That's the name of your podcast. And so what exactly is Price on Purpose, Keith?
Oh boy. So Price on Purpose right now is a show for people that pretty much used to, or kind of are like me. You know, you don't get out much. You know, you might have some self-doubt. So pretty much my show is inspirational to help put people into motion, to not think so much about the fear, but think more about the results that you want in life and to go for those. That's what Price on Purpose is about.
So it's getting you to follow your dreams, basically.
100%. Whatever it is.
Find your purpose.
Hell yeah.
And go for it. A
Hell
lot of
yeah.
people just talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. And that's how we wound up here tonight, because you do a lot of talking. I do a lot of talking at home, man. I sit at home saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And you get to a certain age where you just got to get the hell out there and do it.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. And I think that's what we're all human. Like we all struggle with, self-doubt, fear, anxiety, stuff from our upbringing, but those are the voices that we just got to decrease a little bit.
Right.
You can empower yourself through them like we're doing with comedy.
Right.
But it's really about taking those steps to start. That's really what it's about.
You become your own worst enemy when you think too much.
Hell yeah.
And you got to stop thinking and doing.
Yeah.
So
major.
The comedy class over here is great.
I love it.
Coming up this Sunday will be November 20th.
Crazy.
What's November 20th? You want to tell everybody?
Yeah. Here at Governor's Comedy Club, we're going to be doing I think it's the All-Stars. What is it called? I don't know what he calls it.
Up and Rising Talent?
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
So a lot of us are first-time comedians or people that have been doing comedy for a while, and this is huge. It's funny, like when John, who does the class, he's like, yo, have you anybody done stand-up before? And I'm like, kinda. And he's like, what the hell does that mean? Like, what's kinda? I was like, well, a couple, my friend of mine was like, yo, keep people company and just go up on stage. So I just went up on stage, so I never really did it for real. Like I never ever did anything like that. So
where have you done like that? Where have you done that? Like
Vibe Lounge in Rockville Center.
Open mics, kind of type thing?
I don't even know what that day was. It was like
microphone.
Shout out to Play With Rocks. Play With Rocks, awesome person on Long Island, promoter, event planner. She does it all. She had an event, and I used to just show up to help her out.
Okay.
So I think one day she had a couple of comedians performing, and she was like, do you want to try? Because she knew I had the interest, because my mom was like, you should be a comedian. And I was like, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're Jamaican.
What's that got to do with anything?
Yeah,
hold up.
What do you know?
They don't laugh in Jamaica.
Hold up. That's what I was going to ask. They don't know comedy? They don't know how to have a good time?
But you know how it is. Sometimes when your friends and family think things are a great joke, it's not really a great joke.
Sometimes a joke is funny for friends and family, but you go up in front of strangers.
Yes.
It's like they don't get it.
Exactly.
It's like an inside joke, basically.
Exactly. It's like you had to have been there to get it.
You have to get a room full of strangers to laugh, and then you're a comedian.
Right. Exactly.
That's not easy.
It's not.
But you're doing great.
Thank you.
You're doing great in this class.
So are you. You're like, I've been doing this.
Well, I mean, I've been doing it on and off for years, but this is all new. When you're writing new material, we're the same.
That's true.
It's all
I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, I'm writing new stuff, so I'm starting from scratch myself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun actually. That's why I had to remind myself, because I'm Jamaican, so everything's work.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, just don't go up there and just work. Have fun. And I'm like, what does that mean?
Loosen up.
Yeah.
Loosen up, laugh, have fun.
I'm really trying, dude.
Don't be serious. Don't be serious. It's comedy, right? A lot of people get too serious when it's comedy. I've done shows where people get mad when people don't. Comedians get pissed off when people don't laugh. But
what? For real?
Yeah. It's like I'm a DJ. If people don't dance, I don't care, man. I'm getting paid.
Threaten them.
Yeah. Well, it's up to them. It's up to the audience if they don't get your sense of humor. But have fun, and you do, and you are. You're very relaxed up there. I think
now I am.
I think you're going to do great.
Thank you.
I really do.
I appreciate that. So. I'm trying. We'll see.
should we talk about the irony of something?
Hell yeah.
All
I
right,
thought this was funny.
Is that the word? I don't know if this is the right word, Tony. What's the word irony mean?
Look. I grew up in Hicksville, man. This is just one town over from here. My education was
I didn't
not
know
that
how to
good.
bring a dictionary.
What's the word irony?
Yeah.
I think the word is irony. I'm going to go with irony.
I'm thinking
It's
about-
irony. It makes sense. the
I'm
way
thinking
you're
of
saying it.
Alanis Morissette. She had that song, "Isn't It Ironic?" So now I'm trying to think the
I like
lyrics.
that word. That's the word, ironic.
Okay.
Let's talk about how ironic this next.
This
thing.
is wild.
This is crazy, because my new act is basically, what I'm going through in my life, and you try to write about stuff that you're going through every day, and what I'm going through every day, or for the last 3 or 4 years, is my mom passed away. Everybody's mom passed away. That's not. I have a lot of material from what you go through when a loved one passes away, and cemeteries and this and that. So I kind of was writing about my weekly life or monthly life, or however many times it's visiting the cemetery, and some material from that, some material from what I went through when my mom was sick. And you could say, "Oh, that's mean, making fun of someone," but my mom was my biggest fan when I was doing.
She was.
She was.
was.
You were there.
Yeah.
When
You would know.
when I did comedy shows and the audience would stop laughing for one of my jokes, like the laughter would come down, you'd hear my mom laugh 2 or 3 more times. You'd
That's
hear,
amazing.
And in the videos that I have,
Your mom has a very distinctive laugh too.
Right.
You can pick her out of the crowd.
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, you could.
I like that.
So when I watch the videos now, when I'm on stage doing stand up, I could hear her laugh. But she's the reason why I'm doing any of this crap. She loved comedy. She loved to laugh, and I like making my mom laugh. So anyway, the ironic part.
Wild.
The ironic part is I'm on stage now doing my new material. Okay, I'm writing jokes and stuff. I don't know if it's funny or not. And Stacey's laughing, and she's got a really.
She's your new mom.
She's got a kick ass.
She has to come to every show now.
No, but she's got a kick ass laugh. I was like, this Stacey really would. She's into podcasts. She's asked me about
Love it.
podcasts. She wants to meet Tony. So I'm like, why don't you come down Tuesday night and you come on the podcast. You can meet Tony. Hopefully you get a podcast here, because I think you'd be awesome.
Thank you. I love the studio. This
Price on
is
Purpose
so dope.
is a great name.
Yes, thank you.
So I said, she goes, "Oh, that'd be great. Tuesday night after class." I'm like, "Yeah, because the class is right here." I'm like, "Yeah, let's walk around the back. Let me get your name, because I'm going to, I'll start promoting the show, And she goes, "Okay." So she pulls out a phone, and her name is, you could say it,
Price. Pryce.
Pryce. Pryce is my mom's last name. How
Crazy.
Tony, is that weird?
We're related.
Is that weird?
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, seriously.
No, I am. I'm being dead serious. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
and I totally loved everything about her laugh and her, and it was just, you saw me, right? I was staring blank, like,
Yo, when he looked at me like that, I was like, do you know like my siblings? Like who do you like? Is this like? I got nervous. I was like,
Yeah.
shit, who do you know? Like, did you work with my dad somewhere?
I couldn't even say nothing. I didn't say anything. All
You
I
just
did,
showed me. You just showed me.
I showed her a
the
picture of my
stone,
mom's
yeah.
tombstone.
Now,
It says,
if I-
you worked for Optimum, right? You were in billing. Was
Oh,
that
Jesus,
customer
eons
service?
ago.
Was
Yeah, eons ago. I worked for Optimum. At that time, they were, cable vision. The 3 lines or 4. I don't
Right.
fucking know. But yeah, worked for them for a little bit and did
So you-
customer service.
Customer
Yeah,
service. Okay.
I
Was
did a lot more then, but that's the start.
were you dealing with bills and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Complaints. Customer complaints.
Where did I work, Jim? Remember?
Cablevision.
I worked for cable. I was an installer.
Oh, nice. You're the tech.
I was
I
not
used
the
to
tech.
talk
The
to-
tech was a little. Tech went and fixed problems. I was the installer. I was the guy. I could tell you
the nice sales guy that would show up like, hey,
yeah, the nice
I'm
sales
gonna
guy.
install your modem.
I was the guy who I would do disconnect non-pays when they didn't pay the bill,
Oh, good luck.
and I'd climb a
that
telephone.
sucks.
This is true. I'd climb a telephone pole. I'd be up there ready to cut it. You better get your ass down before it gets shot down. I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah,
you
these
know,
guys get
because
real
they're
crazy.
Yeah. So I actually had to go to
It's a tough
some
job.
houses and I had to have a police officer sitting at the bottom of the pole while I was cutting their cable. And
I can only imagine.
it was crazy. And then
I heard the stories.
the cable guy was the hero, though, man. You go to people's houses, the cable guy's here. It's like the ice cream man, you know?
Usually the cable guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
Customer service, though, nowadays it's tough to get somebody.
Yeah.
The last time I had a problem with my cable I had to call up and say I was getting rid of my service to talk to somebody live.
Isn't that crazy?
You have to threaten them.
Isn't that sad? Tell me that's not sad.
You have to
that
threaten 'em.
bothers me, dude. Because me, like, the way I see customer service, like, you have a job, somebody has a problem, fix the problem. That's it.
Right.
Like, I don't like the nonsense and the garb. Like, I'm not into it. So I'm very, like, it's very major, like, for me. So when I would hear things like that, it's like, I can't. That's why I ended up in quality
But it
assurance.
sucks. I'm a retired lineman.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cable
this-
vision?
no, for Verizon.
Okay.
Holy crap.
So you-
That's a
but-
tough job.
It was tough,
Jesus.
and that's the problem. Like, you can't just. You gotta, you do whatever your dispatch to do, but then if somebody comes out with a problem, you can't just go fix it anymore
Right.
and do the right thing. You have to
Right.
call it in. They have to
a
schedule
whole
it.
process.
It's too much.
It
It's too
is.
much.
It's a zoo, and that's
Yeah.
what I cannot stand. And my thing is too, I don't think any company per se has a bad product. I think that sometimes it's a top-down situation, and the message is not getting out to the people.
Right.
And then those are the people that are on the phone.
Right.
So they don't give a damn. So it's just, it's like, you need to send the message. Send the message.
Yeah. So as a cable installer, I can just tell you one of my crazy stories was that I was installing a house over on Prospect Street over in East Meadow.
It doesn't sound good the way it's starting out.
Thank
said
you.
Prospect.
No,
Anything
no.
Prospect, like
I think
Park,
Prospect.
Prospect Street.
Prospect Avenue.
It doesn't
I remember
sound
the
good.
street.
Suspenseful music or something.
I remember the house. The couple just got married. Okay. And the husband was at work, and the wife was home, and the house was just renovated. Beautiful inside. You ever walk into a house where it's like new sheetrock, new
can
paint,
smell it.
new carpets, right?
Yeah,
They had
it smells
a
new.
shiny grand piano. They had a big mirror over the
Oh,
piano.
that's a nice install. Yeah, that's a
So
nice house.
I think I was 19 years old, and she's like, "Oh, we want the cable in the bedroom over here, and behind this wall is the attic." So I'm in the bedroom. Behind this wall right here would be the attic. So my husband said you could run the wire through the attic and just drill a hole down here, and just the TV's like right here. Just
All right.
So all right, simple enough, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, my husband laid down boards in the attic so you can walk across the boards.
Oh, Jesus.
He doesn't want
This
you
is
to
not
drill.
looking
He
good.
doesn't want you to drill into the outside of the house, but he wants you to put it out the vent. There's a vent, the
Okay.
attic vents.
Yeah, 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 I
Stick
know
the
what you're
wire
talking
out the vent. So I actually did the other way. I pushed the wire in the vent from outside, came inside with a flashlight in one hand, the wire in the other hand, and I'm walking across the boards towards the wall, and the board snapped.
Yeah.
Now here's what happened though.
Oh, God.
I'm walking, the board snapped. I don't know where the camera is. Where's the camera?
It's this one right here.
All right. The board snapped, and I went down like this, and I did, believe it or not, protect my privates somehow. Came down like this on my butt.
Would you
Upside down.
internally shift your organs or something? Like, how's that?
I don't know.
work?
I don't know. I was quick, but I fell upside down through the ceiling
No.
onto the grand piano, knocking that mirror off the wall.
Oh
And when I got up, there was like this much fiberglass on the floor of the brand new carpet. And I only had one cut on my
Oh, it
arm
gets
coming
better.
down.
Gets
She
better.
was hysterical laughing. She was when you're in shock. She was cracking up. She could not stop laughing. She's like, my husband and I just finished the house. She's laughing, and then she goes, "Oh my God, you're hurt. You're hurt. I'm so sorry."
She's sweet.
Yeah, and
You got lucky.
well, the funny part, you want to call it a funny part, you think it's funny,
I do.
is my foreman came. You hurt? I'm like, no, just this, and I just wiped it down. He goes, go finish your jobs, finish your route, and I'll take care of this. So I go to the next job. I climb the telephone pole in the backyard. I'm hooking up the cable, and I'm up there for like 3 or 4 minutes. And I go to get down, and I can't move because what I had was a hematoma fill up on my butt, and
What?
my leg was stuck in a locked position. I could not
Dude,
climb down.
stop.
I could not climb down the
I can't.
telephone pole.
I can't.
Yep.
That's freaking
So
ridiculous.
they had to come and they had to carry me off the telephone pole, and I had to get a drink.
Did you go back to work after that? After you
I
gave
had
up?
a black everything on my right side. Everything was black
Look
and
like
blue
me?
all the way down. Yeah, all the way down my leg, man.
It's happening. I'm transitioning.
I was a disaster.
Shit. That sucks.
So, long story short, I didn't work for cable too much longer after
I
that.
figured.
That's my Cablevision story.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't have a lot of Cablevision stories.
Well, I wanted to
It's
ask you some
just,
personal stuff. Like we're
Yeah,
coming up
yeah.
to Thanksgiving now. Thanksgiving's coming up in what, 2 weeks
Oh
now?
God, yeah. I gotta
And-
get a turkey.
How do you have it?
Well, my girlfriend got a check from her job, which I thought was really sweet.
Nice.
So they gave out a check for turkey. So
Okay.
I'm like, see, my girlfriend has this problem where she doesn't know how to cook for like 2 people.
Okay.
She cooks for like 40.
She can't cook small.
She doesn't. Yeah. I'm like, babe, like let's cook a smaller amount. Let's get a smaller. Like last year, oh my God, we had turkey for like months.
Right.
I was like, that's great, but no.
How many people is she actually cooking for?
2.
Just you?
Me and her.
Okay.
So that's easy.
No, but she cooks
But
for 40
she
people.
doesn't-
Just invite more people.
Yeah.
What time are we coming over?
You're right. Yo, that would be amazing. I'm bringing a bunch of comedians over.
Or we'll be out the back
It's
door.
going to be great.
That'd be pressure.
That would be amazing.
Well, it's funny because my wife's that way. We had a birthday party at my house for my son when he was like 5, and she ordered 16 pizzas for like 10 people.
Yeah.
She's like, I was figuring 2 slices, but she was figuring it out with a freaking calculator. I was sending everybody home with a pie.
How do you do pizza math?
I have no idea what she was thinking. She's like, well, he could eat 3
Well, she
slices.
probably also doesn't want everybody, nobody, like, I get it. Like, you don't want people to be there and not have food to eat. 'Cause
Right.
that, you don't want the food to run out. Like, I get that. But, yeah, I remember last year for Thanksgiving, she found, she's like, I never had lamb chops. I was like, oh my God, my mom used to cook lamb chops and they were amazing. I haven't had lamb chops in years. And she's like, okay, we'll do lamb chops. She goes and asks for like 5 pounds of lamb chops.
Oh, wow.
What are you doing with this?
Why don't you tell her about your specialty?
You got a specialty?
hot dog casserole.
Yep.
That sounds amazing.
A hot dog
What kind of
casserole.
hot dogs are you using?
I just, what happened was my wife, she entered me into a contest for a cook. You ever hear the show Worst Cooks in America?
No, that's a show.
Yeah, it was a TV show. But I had to make a dish, and I just took hot dogs, cut them up. I put black beans in, and beans, and corn, and I just turned everything into a crock pot, and I called it a hot dog casserole.
Look, if it works, it works. If you're alive, you're alive. If you go to the bathroom,
Barely.
you're alive.
So going back to childhood now, when you were younger,
Yeah.
did you celebrate Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, the funny thing is, so we used to have, like, my siblings would come over, and yeah, everybody would be at the table, nice traditional, I was like, Mom, why do we have to do it like everybody else? Like, can we make it Jamaican? Like, where's the curry goat? Where's the jerk chicken? Like, put that on the table. Like, everybody don't want to always have turkey all the time, but
Right.
she's like, no, this is how we gotta do it. That's not what my mom sounds like, but in my head,
That's a good voice. I like that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Thanksgiving, when I was growing up, and you could vouch for some of this stuff. When I was growing up, it could have been the nicest holiday, or it could have been a disaster. You know.
Well,
what
you
I'm
had
saying?
one of those.
I had one of those.
Where
I
it
had,
could go either way.
and I realized as I was getting older, it was all
Yeah.
about the topic. Okay, so
Yeah.
the topic is
boy.
very important.
true.
I'll explain the topic. I'll explain the topic. Your mom cooks all day. Or she plans all week. Cleans the house, does everything possible
Yep.
down to every nook and cranny. Everything's perfect. All the food's cooked perfectly. The parade's on the TV set.
Oh God, I love it. That sounds.
And now your
so
guests
good.
come. Your guests come. Everybody sits down at the table.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And it's quiet. You got to be the first person to talk with a positive statement, because what happened in my house growing up, you'd have like my uncle would open up the conversation. He would either say something stupid like, there was a bad car accident on Southern State on my way
Oh
here
my
today.
goodness.
It's like, I don't think anybody lived. It was horrible. Did you see about the
Oh
car?
my God.
And then that's the
Wait,
conversation.
did y'all break bread yet, or you just?
No, I'm saying
sat-
They just
that
start
become-
crying,
that becomes
sobbing at the table.
that becomes the conversation of Thanksgiving. It's like, why, man? We're here. My mom's breaking her ass, making a nice, and the mood goes from here, as a kid, to like, whoa, And my mom, do you really have to talk about that now?
Yeah.
So then you say grace. We're saying grace, and then obviously someone joins in and goes in for the family that was also killed in the car accident on Sunset Parkway. Which is, I'm not making fun of people dying in Sunset Parkway, but
I hope not.
no,
But which you prefer? Because you got a lot of the
Sounds
family.
like you are.
Yeah.
no, I'm not making fun of it. I'm saying is that you have a mood set for Thanksgiving.
How dare they die when you're trying to celebrate Thanksgiving?
How
I
dare
was
how dare
late. My soup was cold because those
Because of those people. Because of that traffic caused by that accident.
So the whole mood of the night is trying to get over that stupid statement by my uncle. Even when you get down to pumpkin
got
pie
you.
and coffee, I'm going in the kitchen to get coffee, and I look at my uncle like, what the fuck?
What would you prefer, though? Would you prefer that, or because you hear a lot of people talk about, like their family will have a fight. Like, I hate going to my family to have a fight.
Right.
Or like a lot of Irish families, they'll drink, they'll fight, and then they're hugging 5 minutes later.
Whoa.
Oh, I wasn't knocking it. I wasn't knocking it. I'm just saying, that it's just
He's like,
the
no,
way it
And
goes.
that's
I-
not really true because 50% of them are like off the bottle, so it's 50-50.
50-50. Oh, God.
I would. I don't know if a fight is good because a fight releases energy, right? In my house, I don't know why this is how we grew up.
I'm sure that hot dog casserole releases a lot of energy too. You know what I mean?
But I don't know how this happened growing up. I don't know who set this mood, but we didn't ignore things, but we didn't respond to stuff. You know, it would build up inside, and then someone would explode. So you're better off
sounds
fight. You're
familiar.
better off fighting because if you fight,
is that what
no,
we
you're
have
better
to
off talking it out. Because if you don't, the next Thanksgiving, different person at the table, same situation. My mom's like, "Hope you don't talk, don't you know?" She drill. I'm not ruining my Thanksgiving, you know. I promise, you know. So we have a nice Thanksgiving. Everybody sits down. Everything's nice. Same situation. Everything's good. The parade's on TV. Everybody starts to eat, and so I think it was my aunt or a cousin maybe. Their first comment was that the turkey was dry.
Oh,
now your mom is doing everything.
her eye probably just started twitching. Like
It's almost
what did you
like
just say?
it's almost like smacking your mom in the face when they
Yeah.
say the turkey's dry, because the look on my mother's face, and again the fucking mood's from here to here, and we're the family that doesn't respond.
So you just sit.
We're
in
the build-up family. Everything builds up, and then someone's breaking shit. You know,
There's a skit there somewhere. The build-up family.
Yes.
That's
Build-up
a skit.
we would
man.
just take it and take it and take it. Everybody comes in and they walk in with dog shit on their feet and stuff like that. Like that. Oh no, I'm saying,
So now somebody says that the turkey's dry, right?
yeah,
Then what happens? Like, how's
it's just a womp womp womp.
You know that sound of people eating and just silverware clinking? That
Yeah.
that is the most awkward, creepy sound. to me.
scratching,
people-
scratching
Yeah,
the plate.
it's
it's
silence.
just like you just hear like it's just
When there's silence.
yeah, but it's not silence though because you're hearing all the. I don't like that.
You don't like the sound. That's why people put music on when they're eating.
Yeah,
My dad used to do that.
I don't like to eat with nothing playing. Like
Right.
I don't like that. I like something going on because the other sound is just.
The sound of people eating.
See, if I was at your family's house during those moments, I would have been laughing so much. Like somebody just randomly says the turkey's dry, I would die laughing.
You might have been the icebreaker then. You might have helped
Probably.
ease the situation because
Yeah.
nobody knew what to say. And if you have
I
somebody,
laugh at everything.
But then again, it could backfire on you.
and they go,
yeah,
what are you
because then
laughing
they're
at?
like,
Yeah,
"Hey, you think
exactly.
that's so funny that
Yeah.
the turkey's dry?" I'm like,
We invite you
yeah.
over here and you're making fun of us?
Yeah. Is this your apple pie?
That would suck. Oh my goodness.
Don't invite her again.
But the one thing is also is that what do you call someone who keeps doing the same thing and getting the same results and they keep doing it anyway? That's,
Oh, insane.
No, because
Yeah.
every year we were always the house that hosted Thanksgiving. And every year something like that would happen, you know?
Oh my
and
god.
Yeah. It would
That's
always be
interesting.
something.
See, I never had that like where like the only people that were really because most of my family is in like Florida, Jamaica, or England.
Okay.
So nobody's like the only people that are like here are like my siblings and my parents. So it was never like this huge Thanksgiving. I went to like other friends' houses for Thanksgiving where that was just like there was the kids' table
Right.
and the I'm like there's 2 tables.
Right.
Like
Because there's too many people. You can't
I
fit them
couldn't
everywhere.
believe it, and I was just like, and I saw like so much food, like stuff I've never. You know, I had a macaroon for the first time the other day.
Oh, really?
Never had a macaroon before.
Now, I'll top you on that. I'm going to top you. You know how I'm going to top you?
What are you gonna say?
I don't even know what a macaroon is.
Oh shit!
Is that like macaroni
I have no idea.
with like a twist?
I'm thinking of
It's
those
the weirdest
chocolate
thing.
cookies with
They
the
look like
marshmallows.
it looks
Is
like
that it?
I don't even know what it is to tell you the
Oh,
truth.
okay.
It's like a cookie situation, and there's different colors. It was great.
Okay.
but I never had one before until the other day. It's kind of interesting. There's a lot of stuff that people maybe like have on a regular basis like I've just never had because my parents are born and raised in Jamaica.
Okay.
So like I don't ever like a lot of things are new to me like a macaroon. Like I found out the other day what a bialy was. It was so funny because like I think I was talking to you guys outside and you guys are just like so Long Island. You're like, yeah, you know, fucking bialy. Like that's what it is. I'm like, I don't
That's a
know.
macaroon.
Yeah.
Oh, they have different
yeah,
colors,
see,
yeah.
like they're all pretty little colors. Like they're cute looking.
What it for real? What is it? What'd you say, bialy?
A bialy?
Oh, that's a bagel.
Yeah,
With-
it's like
it's a flat bagel.
See, you see what I'm saying?
No,
All
I
the Long
forgot.
Island, they're like, yeah, you know, a bialy. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, but I'm like, I didn't know what that was.
Right. You know,
Wait, where are you from? Are you from
I'm
New York or from
Born and raised in Huntington, but my parents are born and raised in Jamaica.
Okay.
So
So what does that mean?
But in my mind, it's like I was raised in Jamaica because I don't know a lot of American stuff.
oh, because they cook Jamaican food and stuff.
Yeah, everything was Jamaican in my house except for like my TV. That's the funny thing. So parents born and raised in Jamaica, but television, my favorite shows growing up were like Murphy Brown,
Okay.
Cheers, freaking Frasier. I was watching that all the time. Wasn't watching like what people think I watch, which is like Martin and Family Matters.
Oh, yeah.
Like I wasn't watching that. So
Right.
when I show up, they're like,
You ever watch the
"How's your
Brady
story?"
Bunch?
Yeah, I watched the Brady. Yeah, Step by Step, Brady Bunch,
Yeah.
like things like that. That was really cool. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing when you watch like people talk about that it dates you? Like I know exactly about
How old you are, right.
and-
Yeah, of course
Yeah,
you do. Yeah,
right.
you know.
I
I didn't have a color TV until like later on in life. Like we had a black and white TV, so I thought everything was in black and white.
I had a black and white TV, and I had this weird thing when I was a kid where I was like, if I squint at the black and white TV, it looks color.
You can see color.
Yeah.
Of course you can. You see all the little dots. You're
Yeah,
like,
something
yeah.
weird. Like I'd squint. My mom, like, you need glasses? No, I'm watching it in color.
Yeah. You ever get real close to the TV and you feel the static on your eyeballs?
Yes, yes.
That means
things
you need to go to the eye doctor.
No, it was the future metaverse.
So
Right in your eyes.
you were talking about macaroons, and you had something pop in my head. Sorry about that.
What, Snickers?
I have a drinking problem. I drink when I try to talk. No, in my neighborhood in Levittown, I was brought up in Levittown. And my joke to that is my parents did the best they could.
Oh, Jesus. Is it like that?
I love Levittown. No, I mean, I actually love Levittown. I love the people in Levittown. I think Levittown is home. We're in Levittown right now. But there was a Hostess thrift shop down on Wantor Avenue in Levittown when I was a kid. Do you remember the Hostess thrift shop? So their stuff was like, I guess, old from regular shelves or whatever. And
Oh, delicious.
they put a magic marker line on each one. Like,
Oh,
so
the
you,
manager's special.
yeah, well, the whole
That's what you
place was the
have.
manager. It was the manager's special. The Hostess thrift shop.
Why?
So I know everything
Poor,
Hostess.
and you need a meal. That's where you go in Levittown.
Yeah.
Look,
What-
I get it.
so I ride my bike down to the Hostess thrift shop with a quarter and come home with, like, Suzy Q's and well, I can't remember.
There's
But
a lot I don't know about.
that's how
Long
I grew
Island,
up.
guys.
I miss those places. Pepperidge Farm had those
Yeah.
places. Entenmann's had those.
Entenmann's had in Fifth Avenue in Bayshore. I used to drive out there.
Yes.
Get that. Yep.
And then in Hicksville, there was, I think, the Pepperidge Farm one. There was also one in Merrick on Sunrise, where
Yep.
there's a GameStop there now. But, yeah, those were the best.
Yep.
Who cares they're a little old?
Didn't matter. And then
They're cheap.
When my parents got divorced, it was me and my dad in the house. And we had in the kitchen. We didn't. Nobody knew how to cook. So that's what we used to take the ride out to Fifth. We used to eat raspberry Danish crumb cake. You ever see that? Because like, oh, it's got fruit in it.
It's
Oh my
nutritious.
God.
We used to fill up on all that stuff.
man.
Yeah, that's what we used to eat. I see my dad at work. We both worked at Pan Am for a little while.
Pan Am?
Pan American Airlines. We used to
That's
both
my
work
favorite airline. Not because of the planes, though.
there. Oh, really?
Yeah, you know. It's
You could tell me why.
hot ladies.
What's that? Oh, hot ladies.
Yeah. It's just the vibe of Pan Am. It's just,
There's something about Pan Am.
Oh, man. It's just that, I don't know. It's like a classic 1950s vibe that I love. Like
It's like a
Don
Beatles-
Draper-ish. Like, I smoke cigarettes because I'm cool
Right.
kind of vibe. Like, I don't know. There's something about it. I
Pan
love.
American Airlines. Yeah.
Love it. Good to know.
So, I could tell you a bunch of Pan Am stories. But
I would love to hear.
But I'll finish this. I'll finish this one real quick. No, I want to hear about you though. My dad would say at the end of my shift, he'd go, "Yeah," he goes, "There's a fresh cheesecake, crumb cake in the refrigerator." He's like, "All we had was
loaded
coffee and cake from Entenmann's. That's all we had.
That was it in the fridge.
That's all we had in the house."
Yeah, you get by, you get by.
So when I had I'd get girlfriends and I'd be like, I'd
you
go
want to cook something?
Yeah.
That would explain a lot because I remember his first apartment, and
Yeah.
I wanted something to drink. I went into his refrigerator. I'm like,
Coffee.
no, yeah, and crumb cake.
You learn a lot about somebody when you look in the refrigerator.
You know what? I got to go in there now just to
dare
see.
you.
I hopefully
Post it online.
his wife has
I want to see.
for-
Well, she's in control of the groceries and everything, or
Yeah, well, that's a whole.
All right, never mind.
10 hours.
Never mind.
It's a whole 10 hours. I'll give you in short. Okay.
got it.
We need peanut butter. I'm gonna run to the IGA to get peanut butter, and on my way there, I got like 10 freaking items on my phone. Can you get this? And we need
Oh, you
this.
get the honey-do list.
Yeah, and then as I leave, I'm making this now, and it calls for. So my 2 minute get
we need
peanut
cream,
butter.
heavy cream.
Right.
Nobody uses that.
So I've decided to. I'm silent now. I never tell anybody I'm going shopping. I just go and
Just
get what I
leave
got.
the house.
Just go.
I'm banned from going supermarket shopping. I'm not allowed to go anymore.
Why you come up with extras?
Road rage.
Oh,
Road rage?
With the lovely technology that we have, we get our groceries delivered.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you
'cause
shop online.
To tell you the truth, I hate grocery shopping. I cannot. I think it is so annoying because of things like that. People are just
got
like getting
more.
your way, and it's so funny because literally yesterday, my girlfriend and I went to Costco. And Costco is like a zoo.
Right.
Like, so we go in there and there was like, when we're like trying to get to the freaking checkout line, everybody's just like zoom, zoom. So my girlfriend goes, she just starts pushing the cart. She's like, I can't. And I was like, I got it. So I maneuvered her. I was like, just hold on to me. We're going to get through this. Like, we had to like brace for it because it's annoying.
Yeah.
Because what you get is people going, no way. Like, what's that? Is that on sale? And they're
Right.
not looking.
Nobody's paying attention.
Can you
I
stop?
can't.
You're
making-
bringing up emotions right now.
You're like, the trauma, you're triggering me. If you ever go on Reddit?
I've heard of it. I've never been on it. I don't even know what it is.
Y'all ever go on Reddit?
No.
You don't go on Reddit?
No.
No.
We're old. We're old, man.
Well, to be fair, I don't see age. Just kidding. That's
right.
not a good thing to say. Now that you could be doing
No, that's a good thing to say. We'll take that. Yeah, that's a good thing to say.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Depends on who you're talking to, right? But yeah, on Reddit, I would, because there's a thread for different delivery workers, and they'll write stories. Man, if you ever need a topic to talk about, go on Reddit.
Is that like Yelp?
No. Reddit is more like a forum.
Okay.
And people are going and sharing all sorts of stuff. So you could pick a topic
Right.
and you will see conversations about it. So I'll look at delivery work and I'll see all these horror stories of people delivering alcohol and who got a gun pulled on them this week.
Oh,
And
wow,
also,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
Wow.
yeah. I like at first I was just like, I don't think I should take these.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be. How many like happy drunks do you see? Like, you
The
can't
thing-
have too many of
Part
those.
of my job is checking to make sure they're sober. Like if you're drunk and I deliver to you,
Yeah.
I cannot leave it. I have to take it right, and
Yeah,
the
but
customer
here's-
pays for the journey to the store and my journey back to the store.
Here's a quick question. Do you feel more comfortable walking up to a door with an Entenmann's cake?
As a delivery,
Well, not an Entenmann's. With your delivering. Like if you're delivering alcohol, you're a little on guard. You're a little.
oh, I see.
You know what
what
I'm saying? Like you could be
yeah.
going to a party or something like that. And if you're delivering, pizza.
Yeah, I'd rather bring an Entenmann's cake than.
Is
a bottle of
Entenmann's around
Jack.
anymore? Is Entenmann's still around?
Not the
They're
factory,
still around,
right?
but the factory, I think, is the
The-
Long Island factory's gone.
The
But
factory's gone. I don't because
the factory's gone. I don't know how they're
I
making
can't get a
it.
They're
cake with,
pumping them out
the black Sharpie line through it means that it's a day old cake.
Right.
That's all I had in my house. I never had the real cake.
I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I never even looked in the store for an Entenmann's cake. I used to. We were thrift. We were growing up thrift. My middle
sense.
name, my last name should have been Thrift.
The
I told you
mother-
inside, right?
the mother's maiden name is Price, and your name is Thrift. There's some kind of weird connection there.
Yeah. Well, on Thanksgiving, I was telling you inside that when we had people over for Thanksgiving dinner, like, oh, we're going to bring a guest. We'd actually drive around the garbage night and look for extra chairs in the garbage. You
Hey,
know?
if it works.
And we actually furnished our house. It was mixed match. We had
It's amazing
none of
what
my
people
kitchen chairs.
throw out.
They didn't go together. It's like mixed match chairs. It'd be like all different chairs, like an oak chair, this chair.
It's literally amazing what people throw out.
It's crazy what people throw out.
Nice furniture.
Right. Yeah.
Like you don't even want to give it to, because you could actually give it to the thrift store and they'll pay you for
Right.
it. I was like, that's interesting, but I guess what it is, people they're like, I'm not bringing that somewhere.
There's a way.
Like,
There is a way of making money. I haven't done it, but I mean,
yeah, my girlfriend does
like
that.
like
Flip it.
Yeah, you could like tonight going home. It's garbage night. You find
Yeah.
something. You put
You
it
just
on.
drive around.
Yeah,
Just
put it on
drive around.
Facebook Market, and then you get like $20.
You don't even have to do anything to it. That's
No,
the crazy
just
thing.
sell it.
I call it the Gary V way
Right.
because he's big now. A lot of people are like, "What? Are you kidding me?" Yeah, he just goes to garage sales and puts the stuff online.
That's it.
But
And
that's the look. Now they have this thing called distressed. We bought furniture one time. We went to the furniture store and
That's
stuff
true.
like that. Nice white furniture. Put it into, and we brought it back to the house. And then we're looking like, wait, it's dinged up. Look at all this stuff. So we call up. It's like, I know, don't laugh at me.
It's supposed to be.
I'm like, I see this.
I wanted new furniture. I didn't want to use furniture.
Right. What the hell is this?
So it's distressed.
It's just stressed. I learned the hard way.
So now if you buy new furniture,
Bring a flashlight with you. Make sure it's not distressed when you're
if
at
you
the
buy
store.
new furniture that's not distressed, okay, you should be able to return it whenever you want. And if it's all dinged up, you say, hey, listen, man, you could sell
I
it.
added
as
value.
Yeah, right. This is in now.
Heck yeah.
So
It's rustic.
I
Rustic is another word.
we're gonna wrap it up in a few minutes, but I want to real quick. I want to let's promote this comedy show coming up on November 20th.
Oh man.
Now, how did you get the material that you're going to be using? Is that stuff that just your daily life? How'd you come
Some
up?
of it's real.
Okay.
Some of it is, because this is my first time like dating somebody that's a different cultural background than me. You know,
Okay.
I used to only date people that were black or so. So with dating someone that's white, it's kind of funny because I think of some fucked up stuff. Sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
not cursing. But it makes me laugh, and I'm grateful to have a partner that laughs at it too.
Right.
Because she has a great sense of, she's hilarious. I told her, I was like, why don't you take the class?
She should.
She's not that person though. I
She doesn't
think.
like being out in front of people, maybe like on stage.
I don't think so.
Right.
I mean, I don't think so. I told her because I was trying to even get her on my show to
Okay.
do it regularly and be my co-host and stuff. But we're talking about it. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm grateful to have somebody that I think that's even what pushed me to do this, because my mom always said like, Stacey, you should be in the comedy. Stacey, you should be in comedy. I'm like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. But I think having a supportive partner kind of pushed me even more.
So she's supporting what you're doing.
Oh
and
man,
it's motivating
like,
you
more than 110%.
That's a big bonus because I've
It's
never
huge.
had anybody back me up, man.
It's like, I'm going into comedy. You
all right.
suck.
High school friends.
Yo, this
Right,
person right here, like,
besides high school friends, I'm talking
Come
about
to every one of your crappy shows.
in my. But in my house, I got
You mean like
he put the garbage
family.
out. I got to
Yeah.
go do a show. He put the garbage out. A show tonight.
are you making money from the show?
right,
You got
that's-
time for the
my
show? but
dad-
You don't have time to put out the
He
garbage?
invited you to his house?
My dad.
I know the lines.
My
you know?
dad. My dad would always say, "How much did you make?"
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't put a price on
That's
having
that
fun.
old school. Yeah,
But
it's
is
like
it-
that old school thinking. Like, it doesn't make sense unless you're making money.
But don't you pay to have fun?
It depends on where you're at.
No, I'm saying if you're gonna go out,
But
if
yeah.
you're gonna, I mean, are you having fun doing the comedy class? You're having
Oh,
a great
man,
time,
killing it.
There's
It's
nothing
funny.
else in the world
Yeah.
like it. The experience is awesome.
I love it. I met you. I met amazing
The
people.
whole
I met
that
you guys
whole
now.
class is awesome. We're gonna be friends for a
100%.
while, probably. You know, what I mean?
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, because
Everybody seems pretty cool, funny,
yeah. John Truson's an awesome teacher.
insane.
Great advice.
Insanely how like amazing. Like I never thought that I would get from the point I was at when I first got up on stage in my
Right.
life to this. Like I never thought that was even possible for me.
Because he's giving you all the confidence you need,
It's crazy because he doesn't say much.
but he's
But what
letting you
he's-
do your thing.
Yeah, and when he says, like, he makes, like he was telling us today, he's like, put the funny stuff last. I'm not gonna forget that.
Right, you can't put it first because then everything else is babble.
Yeah, it's just like, what are you telling me that for? I don't.
Right.
He's like, tell the people what they need to know.
Right, cut out the fat.
Yeah,
And I really love having John Ziegler join the class and help out.
he's
He-
amazing too. He's
Awesome.
funny. Did you
Yeah.
see his special?
I did, and it's
Oh
awesome.
man,
and
so well done.
it's great. And what I was gonna say, John gave me some great advice tonight at the class, and I didn't even think. I'm not gonna give it away now. I'm gonna save
Yeah.
it for the show on November
Yeah.
20th.
You got some great material up. You guys got to come see this guy. This guy's funny. Joey Petroni. That's why I hear your name in my head. Joey Petroni.
It's gonna be an awesome show. It's November 20th. What time?
7 p.m.
7 p.m. November 20th,
Be on time.
right
please.
here at Governor's in Levittown.
What day is that?
Don't
Now,
say-
if I want to watch you, what do I like?
Oh,
how do I
everywhere.
find you?
Apple Podcast, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher Radio, SoundCloud, Podbean, all the, most places.
And do you have like a set night or
No,
set time?
right now
You go on
I
live?
am live. I used to go live. I think last summer I was going live like crazy. I was just like, yo, wherever I could get on, just get on,
Right.
But I you know what it is? I'm like an all or nothing type of person, and it helps me sometimes, and it hurts me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I go all the way,
Right.
and then it's just like, okay, this is too much.
Right.
Like I was telling him, it's like, the production is me. Like everything is me making the intros, doing this, doing the cuts, doing the, it's a lot of work. So
Yep.
right now it's when I get the podcast out, it comes out.
Right. So you're the talent, and then you're the producer, the director, the
Yeah.
editor.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot.
You know that too,
Yeah.
Jim.
Doing it
Yeah.
for like
I
6,
see a
7
lot of it.
years.
Yeah.
It's freaking
No, it's a lot of work.
crazy.
For a half. How long's your show? An hour or a half hour?
It depends on the show.
Okay,
Like if I get a good conversation, it
Yeah.
could be 2 hours.
a 2-hour show, and then you got to
but
go
if
back.
it's good, you
Right.
know. But some of them, if it's 30 minutes,
Okay.
whatever. But because I love speaking with people. That's like I just love.
You're a
to-
people person,
I'm a people person,
and that's why
I'll be there.
it's on
You're
the
gonna be there?
Sabbath. It's
Sunday, I can be
on
there.
So you're gonna
Sabbath.
come to another one of my crappy shows?
I don't know. I want to see you.
Oh,
I've seen his graphics.
he's my friend now. He's like, you said I don't support
Coming on
you.
your
I'm
podcast.
supporting her.
All right, so we'll cut it there. Thanks for joining us on Good Times, Bad Times, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And Stacey, have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you for
as
coming
well.
down.
Oh, we did it.
And my friend who supported me since high school, who passed me the puck for the winning goal in 1998.
Amazing.
Yep, he passed me. Jim, have a great Thanksgiving. You and your family. I think you're gonna have-